Ready? That's that. And then let me make sure real quick. Is the sound cutting out real bad for anybody else?
I honestly don't have it running because I am lagging so hard right now.
Let me see real quick if I can get.
On Sirenscape.
Yeah.
I'm honestly not getting really anything through Sirenscape, to be honest.
If I turn it all the way up, I get some stuff, but
Okay, hold on. My sound thing just all of a sudden decided to start working. So, yo. It's not. There's not a whole lot going on right now. It's just like creaking of floorboards and some very, very quiet background music.
yeah, I'm getting that now.
Okay. Yeah, you can close the webpage. So I've got the audio player, chat room. All right. As Finn kicks the door down, if I'm not mistaken, you guys heard a creaking voice yell out, tie up the pretty boy, just as the door came crashing down. But yeah. So that's where we're at with that.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, door comes crashing down. You hear a voice somewhere inside the inner chamber here, or the inner room. Yell out, tie up the pretty boy. You can't quite tell where it's coming from. As you enter, tables and chairs and kind of various other like storage goods have been carelessly tossed across the floor. Crates and stuff have been kind of torn open, and the contents scattered. Looks like something searched through this. What you can see as you enter looks like something or someone has been searching through the contents of these containers. There's also the corpses of about a dozen men lying along the walls, kind of neatly organized against the back wall. You can kind of see them back here and moving up towards the farther end of this room. On the north side of the area, the room kind of extends beyond view for Finnegan. But with that, we shall begin.
Okay.
Okay,
Dead bodies?
I guess I'll move up.
I'm gonna move towards the center here.
Okay.
Try to get a better look at everything.
As you move towards this, go ahead and move your character there real quick.
Right there, probably somewhere around there.
Cool. As Finn and Lost Wind move into the room, and Finn kind of enters the kind of central area, a darkly clothed, short, avian-looking creature with a long beak and black feathers looks over, pops out from behind some of the crates in the middle of the or the back here area of the warehouse where the bodies are lined up. He's got a hooded cloak and is wielding a short sword. I need everybody to roll initiative. In just a second. Now you can roll initiative.
That was so close to being a 0. The way the dice rolled on D&D Beyond for me was like, what? 19.
Dice aren't showing up.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I was like, where'd my dice go?
There's my dice. Okay. She'll be back. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. Looked like she might be having internet troubles. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. You good? Oh, there she went. Alrighty. Oh my gosh, you have a -1 to initiative. That's hysterical to me.
How do
Ben
you?
rolled a teen.
How does Loshwin have a plus 0.17?
It's his dex score.
It's counting the dex in there.
Yeah, it's so if you tie.
Yeah, I have it automatically set to do the competing rolls.
Okay.
She did. She rolled in a 7. Okay. Oh, okay, she's back. Alrighty. So we are going to knock out the surprise round real quick. There comes her roll. Alrighty. So we are going to.
I'm gonna die
The-
before we even get started.
He's going to target Finnegan as he crosses in front of his path with his short bow. I love the GIF. And using his ambusher ability, the Kenku is going to shoot his short bow towards Finn with advantage. Except it didn't roll advantage. What the hell? Alright, still misses. So that's good for you there, I suppose. The other one... It's not that one, it's the one right here.
Oh, okay.
The other one that has the surprise round moves forward. There's no real good way to do surprise rounds in this that I have found yet. So
I just cycle through a round and skip everybody.
it's not doing an advantage for me. Alrighty. Also misses Finnegan because apparently he's impossible to hit.
There you go.
Literally
brings
encased
us-
in steel, and I'm like 4 feet tall.
Yeah, makes sense.
You got fire hydrant.
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh, I gotta turn Kenku down again. You got loud. There we go.
This sounds like thugs are fighting.
It really does. Alright. Top of the initiative round. Let's see. we've got. Where's my speed? There it is, 30 feet. Okay. 15. He's going to be able to clear right there. Short bow. Critical miss on Finn. Which brings us to Finn.
Oh. Well, if they really want to do this,
The crates and boxes will be difficult terrain,
okay.
but you should be able to move through them. I don't think I have them blocked off. Some of them I do. So the tall ones I have blocked off.
I'm just gonna. Okay. Okay. Yeah, why not? I am going to cast Bless, and I'm gonna get Lost Wind, Sika, and yeah, let's do Morgan as well. So just hit that for you guys, and then so you guys get a D4 on all your attacks and saving throws. And then I'm going to... Ooh, it's saying I'm in a wall. How about there? And then I'll move up right here.
Sure.
And that'll be my turn.
Alright. As Finn moves off, Kenku turns towards Lost Wind and makes a short sword attack. Hitting Lost Wind for 8 piercing damage.
You want me to start rolling up a new character now, or?
Oh, you're good. We'll see where this goes.
Oh, yeah, that's nasty.
Most common TPK level is level 1.
Didn't help. I was already down. I was already less than half health when this started.
Oh fuck, you're
Zaxxon.
down.
Is he? Oh, you're down? Oh,
He's down, yeah.
Yeah.
what do I got? I don't.
When I pulled up my character sheet, I was like, "Ooh, maybe it's a bad idea that we're gonna get ready to bust down this door."
Yeah, I thought like 4 times on our way over here, like, we should probably short rest. I should probably say something. And then I was just like, oh, let's just roll with it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You don't. Yeah. I can. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, because I forgot, and I feel like he would do this, Zaxxon's actually going to use his reaction to cast Silvery Barbs. I'm going to Silvery Barbs myself.
There you go. Funny.
Alright, still hit. Alright. But then he is going to
Oh.
give himself the advantage roll on that. Moving in, targeting the one that just took a shot at Lost Wind. What's that? And then he is going to cast Firebolt at this creature with advantage. For a 15, which hits, dealing 7 damage to the Kenku. Right. Got another guy hiding up in the corner. He's not going to be able to do much of anything. So he will dash. Right. This one targets Finn. Missing. Of course he misses.
Aggro, everybody on me.
Okay.
Gotta be an aggro machine with this group for the early stages, or we're all gonna die.
Okay, I gotta step into the room and can only see this one person so far. No. Wait, I used 10 feet to get there, right? Yeah. Yeah. 10 feet. So I got step over here. Okay. So I can only see this one person here. So I'm just gonna cast Ray of Frost item.
Okay.
That is 12.
Plus your D4.
Wait. Yeah, I can roll a D4, so. Okay, that's 15 then.
That hits.
Okay. One. Alright. And well, its speed is at least reduced 10 feet, but that doesn't. Yeah, I was on this one. Yeah, I didn't actually say that. Okay, well, that's my turn then.
Right, let me deal the damage real quick. Right. And you said his speed's reduced. Okay.
By 10, yeah, by 10 feet. Until
Okay.
until the start of my next turn.
Alrighty. Alright. Sika. Speed of 30. She's working on getting back. She's just gonna take one step inside. Target Mr. Birdie here. Actually. Yep, she'll get there. Because I forgot she's a melee ranger. She's going to make her first attack with a 19 or 24. Dealing 8 damage. He is down. And then that's going to be hers. Here we go.
Let's go.
Come on, nat 20.
Oh.
The
At least it's not a nat 1.
Yep.
Alrighty. Step forward. Target Morgan. And he rolls a critical hit.
Oh.
Someone else is going to be rolling death saves.
Well, I would use shield, but no, that's not going to save me.
And does 10 piercing damage.
I am down.
Okay.
Um,
Shortest campaign ever.
oh God. God. I was gonna try and blind everybody and color sway them, but I couldn't see them, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
would have given. Ah.
I will just try to attack the one in front of me. Come on, there we go. 24.
I'll hit.
Four damage.
Okay.
Can anybody in this party heal?
Yes, one person can.
And you, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna give him his opportunity of attack. And I can get to next to Lost Wind here.
Misses on the opportunity attack.
Good job. Okay. And then I'm gonna as I run away, I'm like, you guys can't hit me, you're all too dumb to hit me.
Alrighty.
I hope they take that as goading and not like, oh yeah, he's right, let's kill the other ones. It's not advice.
Axon's gonna move up. Target the one that Finn was working on. Another firebolt. 10. Does he still have his D4?
I don't think. Did I get him with it? Yeah, I got.
No, you didn't.
No, I only
Oh,
got.
no,
I only got
Jackson.
Sika, Lost One, and Morgan with it because
Okay.
it's only for
Yeah.
3.
Alrighty.
And I don't think I could actually. Yeah, no, I could actually see him, but
Well, he misses that then.
I just realized I could have done something when I got hit with that nat 20.
Just remember, you have silvery barbs too.
No, I have lucky. I could have made him re-roll it, but I didn't think
Oh.
about it.
That's the problem with the lucky feat. It's super awesome, but nobody ever remembers to use it.
And I was just thinking about it like 5 seconds ago, and then I'm like, oh, nothing I can do for the nat 20. Yeah. Oh well.
Short bow shot
Always.
misses.
Always next time.
Yeah.
Short bow shot misses.
Okay.
Right.
Death saving throw is just
There's a button on your
D20.
character sheet.
yeah, it's that or a D20. Either one.
oh, there it is. Oh, that's a 10. So that's the 10 a failure of a success.
That just makes the cutoff.
It is a success.
Okay.
One success.
Okay, back to Sitka, who moves up within range. Hits with a dirty 20. 4 damage. Which is 2 weapon fighting. And unfortunately, just misses the second strike.
She's got the D4 still. If it, I don't even know if it will, if it's enough.
It makes the difference. Another 1 damage.
Of course, every time.
Yeah.
We've been having a rough go of it. Come on. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh.
Alrighty.
We're tied up. Tied
Tied
up.
up.
Let's go.
Tied up.
Okay.
Okay.
Not quite yet.
The
You killed one.
Yeah, you've been wrecking shit while you were gone.
Alright, give me a sec.
Also, me and Joe are down.
Yep.
No.
We're in the middle of a TPK right now.
One shot. One shot and we both went down in one shot.
Zaxxon takes 5 piercing damage.
Okay. It's gonna be move people down in a second. Okay.
Back to Finn.
Yep. Cure wounds on Lost Wind. Come on, big number.
That's a
9.
good one.
You have 9 HP.
Alright. I appreciate it, sir.
Okay. And I'm going to move over by Morgan. There we go. And that's my turn.
Okay. Back to Zaxxon, who is going to continue to target the Kenku in the corner with yet another firebolt. Yeah. That'll do. Three damage. Ready? He's going to step forward towards Sitka. Misses. This one now angry at having its face bashed in by Sitka. Also misses with a critical fail. All right, Mr. Morgan.
Okay, let's try it again.
20.
Hey, 11.
That'll do.
It's 2.
One more.
Okay.
Done.
Um. God damn
So you-
it. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I
So
am
don't-
down to one screen, so I'm like,
If you get the app on your phone, you can still use the app on your phone.
which app? What?
The D&D Beyond.
Okay.
You can use that. Or you can do all of your rolls from within Foundry too. If that's easier for right now. Just double click on your character to bring up your character sheet.
That might be easier. Sorry, give me a sec. Can you stop freezing? Jesus Christ. Sorry. Just let me. Oh my God. Is it even letting me target? I can't even.
You're targeting the blue one right here already.
Oh, that would explain a lot. Okay. That didn't work.
Do you have 2 weapon fighting, so you can make another attack?
Jeepers.
Remember,
that hurts.
remember on that first roll, you've got the D4 from the bless still. That might make.
She used it.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it like it's every roll.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah. Go ahead and roll a d4.
As long as he
Yeah.
concentrates on it. Yep.
Yeah, it's until he loses it. Yeah.
It's
one
on
of the best.
everything. So, yeah.
It's one of the best spells in the game.
Yeah. Use the d4. You can use the little dice icon down at the bottom of your
Yeah.
character sheet. All right.
I got
Nope.
it.
Yeah.
Not enough.
What? Damn.
I think that's like the third one we've rolled on the bless. Which 25% chance, but still.
Just have bad dice tonight. Alright, so I'm gonna spend 20 feet of movement to stand up. And then I am going to use my feline agility to double my speed. And then I am going to... come on, you. We're gonna take a swing. This guy. Don't think a D4 will make any difference there. And I think that will be my turn. Yes, that will be my turn.
Did you still have the D4?
I did, but I don't think it.
Okay.
Even if I rolled a 4, it's only an 11. I don't think an 11 is going to hit.
It's you for 7 piercing damage.
You're still up, right?
I'm good. Good.
Like 1.
2.
Okay. I'm gonna have to try to hurt some people, I think. Because I can't actually, I can stabilize, but I can't get up. So, I'm gonna target the one by Lost Wind with a Sacred Flame. He's gonna have to make a Dexterity saving throw, DC 13.
Fails.
Nice. And he takes a whole 4 points of damage. Radiant damage, if it matters.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
That's in oldie but a goodie. Doesn't have the D4, so he just misses.
Dang.
He hits Sitka for 5 piercing damage.
Yes. Did it go?
There it goes, yep. Alrighty. And that one hits you for 4 piercing damage.
Ouch. Okay.
Awesome. We are gonna die.
Okay. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna use a lucky to reroll that.
Okay.
There we go. I failed.
Okay. So what do I roll?
Just 20.
Okay.
So yeah, or you can click the skull.
Oh.
And you'll see the little D&D or the Beyond 20 icon between the failures and successes.
I'll just roll it each way.
Come on, natural 20.
Yeah. We need.
Did it go? Yeah.
It's a 14. It's a success.
Yay!
Okay.
Not dead.
Alright. Can I hit this time?
There we go.
That'll hit.
10 damage.
There we go.
There. There.
He goes down.
Oh,
Then,
yay.
so just the one here.
One
There's
here
2.
and one here.
I can't see the other one.
Get revenge for me.
Everybody is so dead, though.
Yeah. Yep. That's
I
what's
said
happening.
it wasn't a good idea to go in here.
Okay, it's okay. We're okay.
Well, what is it you always say, Lost Wind? Tomorrow is promised to no one?
This is true. This is true. I want to,
Jesus.
God, what am I gonna do here? I want to hop up on these barrels.
Okay.
Can I get up on those barrels? And, it's like make obscene gestures to these bird people.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Okay. I can see this guy on to the north of Sika here. I'm gonna Sacred Flame him.
Okay.
I'm gonna need a dexterity save from him.
It's a 9.
He needed to beat 13.
Let's go.
Another 6 points of damage to him.
Those are some really obscene gestures, Lost Wind.
Yeah. Channeling my former bard self.
Alright, and that's my turn.
Sure I'm not missing something with the accent real quick.
He was way tougher when I fought him.
Uh,
That was fun.
All right. Yeah, he's just gonna target this guy and firebolt, firebolt, firebolt. 14 will hit. 2 damage. And he's gonna let out a loud, raucous squawk.
He's gonna try and run away.
As he tries to run away.
Kill him. Somebody get him. Bitch.
Faster than he is.
But do you have more health?
I don't have to get that close.
okay. Gonna use another lucky.
You get your D4.
I don't
Don't-
think you do on death saves.
They're saving throws.
They're saving throws.
Okay.
Yeah, I would roll the d4.
Okay,
I'll give
then
you-
I'll roll the D4 on the 9.
I mean, it's a success, so.
Yeah. Okay,
So that's
Okay.
3, right? So you're stable.
so I'm stable.
Yeah, so you're not rolling anymore.
Yep, stable.
I'm just laying there till somebody
Unless
heals
someone
me up.
stabs you
Yes.
while you're on the ground.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Just take
I'm
a
just
nap.
taking a nap. Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, at least I'm not dying anymore.
At least it wasn't a 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I do get to, when I do the lucky, I do get to choose which one I use.
This is a learning experience for
Okay, so Seek is
Oh.
on.
She's at 2 fails.
Is that 2 fails?
2 fails?
Mhm.
I thought you said the other one was a save.
Oh, that's right, you did. You're right.
Yeah.
You're
I was
1
like,
and 1.
I'm at 1 save, 1 fail.
Okay, no, that changes things a lot. You are much less close to death.
Yes, I'm not too worried, especially since the only little shit just ran away. Go get him,
Oh.
Lost Wind.
You move me down there, I can't move off those barrels by myself. There he is, I see him.
Get him.
I'm gonna... Got one more step I can go. I just, like, whistle at him. Let him know I'm right there. And then, I pull out my longbow and shoot him.
Come on. Come on.
That hits.
There we go. Go on.
Longbow damage.
Ooh.
Out of here, turkey.
Almost literally.
And that is it.
Sacred Flame. Dexterity saving throw.
Makes it.
Ah, darn it.
Damn.
I'll catch up to him next time.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I run to Sika.
Okay.
End my turn.
Saxon's got a ton of movement though, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He's quick too.
He's
He's
35 feet,
35, yeah.
Yeah.
30, 20. 6 damage. Does a dead turkey.
Cooked and everything.
I will spare the dying on Sika.
Okay.
Sika.
I'm going to pull this dead body back inside.
That's a good.
All right.
There you go.
Sitka is no longer dying, but she is.
Just as sleepy as Morgan is.
You know, it's somewhat unfair that the two people that didn't want to charge in there are the ones lying on the ground right
Well,
now.
you guys learned your lessons. Don't be timid.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Scared money don't make money.
I wasn't being timid. I was being cautious.
Can I do medicine?
Medicine check on Seika.
Yeah, try to wake her up.
Isn't
Yeah.
this whenever you wish that you could use them sweet Pathfinder medicine rules?
I feel like I should implement half of them just because, but
24. I'm so good at medicine for some reason,
We'll
even
say
though
that's
I'm a
the thing.
blacksmith.
That is the one. I do like that you can like actually use medicine to heal people in Pathfinder.
I also use it to hurt people
Yes.
I did not know
unintentionally.
that.
Yes, that's why I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I want that.
So if you critically fail your medicine check in Pathfinder, the healing that you would have given becomes damage.
Oh, well, that's cool.
That's great.
So you can slip with the scissors or something like that.
Botch
Gouge an artery.
Yeah.
All right. So she is awake, both prone, both with 0 HP. Don't you guys have a
We're all
couple like health potions floating around somewhere?
I don't think so. We haven't done anything yet.
No, we haven't gotten any. I have a potion of healing. Why do I have potions of healing?
Was it?
When did I get those?
Thought you got one somewhere.
It says I have 2, but
Unless it happened
I
while
did
wasn't here.
copy this over from my from the Spelljammer campaign. I just because I was using the same one, so those might be Spelljammer health potions.
When would we have gotten health potions?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
Jeffy seems
don't
to think that we
remember
have
getting
health
health
potions,
potions.
too.
Yeah.
But I don't remember it.
Lost Wind
In
just
bet-
got a pretty purple
In
glove.
between getting, electrocuted on boats.
Yeah.
That was a brutal adventure.
Yeah.
Speaking of, and I'm just gonna kind of like tell this story now because I don't think I told it last time. You guys will never have to play with Woody again.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen for me, anyways.
Mostly because he's in jail for first-degree murder.
What?
Murdered someone?
He did. I shouldn't be laughing, but
What the fuck?
I was so. He walked out of his apartment the other night, and caught a couple teenagers trying to steal his car. He scared them off. They got into another car that was, I believe, also stolen. He actually got in his car, chased them down, drove them off the road, and shot them both.
Wow.
He killed one of them. The other one's in the hospital. He is in jail for first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder. So we will never see him again.
That sounds about right. That's fucked up.
Especially for the guy who played a gunslinger.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, but Zach called me the other day. It was the day before I left for my vacation, and he's like, "Holy shit!" And I was like, "He's like, one of my guardians is in jail for murder." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Do you know who it was?" And he goes, "It was Woody." So I immediately banned him from the Discord server. But yeah,
What the
sorry.
Yeah,
fuck?
that's fucked up.
Spelljammer just made me think of that.
Yeah.
So.
Holy shit.
He was a nightmare to play with.
Yeah, he really was. Alrighty. Well, we have.
I think we just all pile all these bodies in the corner and like sleep it off for an hour now, right?
And you could.
You could use some sleep.
It's either that or like go back to wherever, and then come back to here later.
Well,
I don't
You
think
are-
we should leave.
You are searching for a kidnap victim, so
yeah, and we
first
Finding
48, as
somebody
they
else.
say.
we did say we did hear them say
Pretty
what
boy.
would- yeah, get the pretty boy. So we haven't even searched the entire warehouse yet, but well, I'm unconscious, so none of this.
Yeah.
Oh, none of that matters. Okay.
And that's what I think we need to short rest here if we can. I think so that we can attempt to press forward.
Yeah, you can do that.
Short rest.
Yeah, I don't really see another option, honestly.
Yeah, I don't. I'm tapped out on spells, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
At
do the.
least the short rest to let us heal.
Yeah. So I'll push us forward an hour. You guys want to roll any hit dice? Go for it.
Still at full health.
Still at full health. Again, nice.
I don't think I get anything.
Very nice.
I get my second win back too.
Oh, 5. Okay.
Yeah, not two. I was like, that's really low. How much health do you have? Zaxxon will roll some hit dice. Six.
I got half my health back. Yay.
Just got to stay behind your ranger and cleric and fighter buddy.
Jesus.
Are you gonna roll a hit die, Sika?
I did. But
You
it
did.
didn't.
I didn't
Yeah.
see it. 10. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm almost back.
Ew.
There we go.
Righty. Cool.
Okay.
Am I still prone?
No.
Oh, there we go. Alright, let me search this damn warehouse.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm just so you know, I'm using my arcane recovery to get back my first level spell slot I spent earlier.
Someone should also search bodies.
Yes.
Yep, that is a good idea. We should have probably done that while we were just like chilling.
I mean, we can say that occurred during the short rest, so.
Okay.
But yeah, you find the kind of almost half dozen bodies kind of lined up against the back wall. There are 5 humans, all wearing brain stop working. All kind of everyone's basically clad in leather armor, kind of dark leather armor. 5 of the humans that you see of the 12 have the black winged snake tattoo on their neck or forearm. The other 7 individuals have a black tattoo on the palm of their right hand. I'm sorry, one of them has a black tattoo on the palm of his right hand that looks like a circle with 10 spokes radiating out from its circumference. So it's a
Like a
See if
black
I-
sun, kind of?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I actually have a picture of it real quick. I did, but I must.
Is this one also human?
Yeah, they're all humans as far as you can
Okay,
tell.
they're all human.
But yeah, so 5 of them all have the black wing snake, and then one of the other 7 has the black tattoo of the circle with 10 spokes radiating out.
Okay.
Can I do a drawing tool? I think I can do a drawing tool. Freehand, yes.
Beautiful.
There
So
we go.
it looks like a sun.
Now it looks like a spider.
Okay, spokes with. Okay.
So it looks kind of like that, except there's 10 of them. I don't feel like.
Okay, yeah.
It's beautiful.
How? No, I'll just.
Okay. Okay.
Do they have anything else on them?
Nothing of use. They've got like their kind of their like rapiers and daggers and stuff are all lying nearby, but as is kind of standard, yeah, there's like a pile of rapiers and daggers laying nearby.
About our bird friends.
One second.
Yeah, I need these Kinkus to have some silvers and golds so I could go buy like a purple bandana or something.
Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I'm double checking. She doesn't know exactly what it is, but Sitka has seen the circle symbol before. She is under the impression that it has something to do with one of the criminal organizations in town. But she hasn't spent enough time dealing with the underbelly of society in her time back in Waterdeep to know for certain which one it might be.
We need you to get grimy, Sitka.
His favorite.
Okay.
Is there anything else of note down here?
Not in the area that you're in. However, in the back, as you guys explore, you can see what appears to be a storage closet with a door that's hanging loosely on broken hinges. As you approach, you can smell like sour fish and vinegar. You can also hear ragged
Great,
breathing.
This place is an English pub.
You can also hear ragged breathing coming from under a tarp at the north end of the room.
You guys hear that?
I can't see anything. It's too dark in here.
Now, hold on. Let
I
me bring
forget
your
that y'all can't
bring your
see.
your lighted buddy up.
There we go. And I don't. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Zaxxon had a torch.
She managed to never let go of.
Very dexterous.
He's just casting spells.
Where's the tarp in the
Tarp
bottom?
is in the
Okay. Thank you.
storage room there.
I'll go pull the tarp away.
As you pull the tarp away, you see a kind of a grimy-looking, kind of marred by dirt and just kind of the lingering stench of rancid pickled fish. A young red-headed man, kind of hunkered down, hiding beneath the tarp that you pull away. Kind of looks up at you, kind of eyes wide, probably clearly expecting to see a bunch of bird folk, but instead sees a young female and a human-sized cat. Kind of slinks back into the corner a little bit, kind of covering himself up, but looks at you expectantly.
Is your name Floon?
As he begins to speak out, you notice a very distinct kind of
Unicorn necklace?
no, a voice that is kind of very articulate and kind of haughty sounding. No, I'm not Floon. My name is Rainier. Rainier Neverember.
Oh.
Wait, this guy's a Never Ember?
Yeah.
We know them, right?
Well, that's
Yeah.
that
Floon
one.
was joined by a rich noble, Rainier Neverember, son of the Lord
Yeah.
of Waterdeep.
Oh, deposed Lord of Waterdeep, right? Not
Correct.
the current
Yeah.
one. The former open lord.
Yeah, we know who you are too.
No, good. Then perhaps you can help me get back home.
How about you tell us where Floon is first?
Look, I'm really sorry. I'm pretty sure these scoundrels mistook him for me. I don't know what else to say. The Gentrim think my father embezzled a large amount of gold while he was the open lord, and that he hid the dragons somewhere in the city. They think they can find it by using this artifact called the Stone of Galore, which was in the hands of the Xanathar Guild until recently. Apparently somebody stole it. The gents, they thought I knew something about all of this, but I don't. They kidnapped me and took me along with Floon, who I met last night. Felt he was quite the nice fellow. He was a little drunk, and I didn't feel like he'd make it home safely on his own, so I felt kind of obliged to escort him, and we were jumped and taken here. In the chaos, they took him instead of me. Questioned us for a while, and well, like I said, I didn't know anything about this Stone of Galore other than the rumors of it. My father and I haven't even spoken in years. I stayed in Waterdeep when he left for Neverwinter.
I want to check and see how truthful he's being.
Sight roll.
Oh.
13. You get a generally honest vibe out of him. He's definitely of like a kind of got this air of nobility about him, but it seems, as far as character is concerned, he's genuine. He seems to be a decent individual who probably was trying to help Floon get home the previous evening, and that he genuinely believes that this was all kind of a misunderstanding and they grabbed the wrong redhead.
Why are you here in the closet? Like, what is... Aren't you, like, lined up with the rest of the people out here, or, like, somewhere else?
He kind of like peeks out and sees the dead bodies that you're mentioning. He gets this kind of queasy color passes over his face, and we were being questioned upstairs, and by the gents, as I mentioned, and I do believe the others. He kind of cringes again as he looks out at the bodies. The others, I believe, were from the Xanathar Guild. When they showed up, they brought me down here and stashed me away. The gent knew who I was, but the aggressing Xanathars are the ones who took Floon. They didn't realize I was back here. I was hiding, hoping that they would leave. Unfortunately, it seems my new friend has been bearing the brunt of my cowardice.
Do you happen to overhear where they're going?
It said something about the sewers, that's all I heard.
Did they mention anybody else when they were?
No. No. Again, I think they thought Floon was me. They're all looking for this Stone of Galore and assume that I have it. I don't. The only thing I had was the locket my father gave me, which unfortunately they stole that from me during the questioning. They being the gents, that is.
The Zents captured you,
Right.
and the Xanathar's guild came and attacked them while they were questioning you and Floon.
Yes, I know it's all a bit confusing, but like I said, everybody wants the gold that my father supposedly stole and hid amongst the city somewhere. The only thing that apparently uncover the location of this hidden stash of dragons is this artifact. It was correct, yes. It belonged to the Xanathar Guild, at least they believed they had it, but it was stolen. And for some reason, they think I had it, or I knew about it. So the gents captured me trying to uncover this artifact for themselves, and I didn't have it. Well, they threatened to kill me, but then the Xanathar thugs intervened instead. They left the bird folk behind.
So
Waiting.
bird folk are part of the Xanathars. We're working with the Xanathars.
Correct. The rest of the Xanathar Guild members left with Floon. They left the bird folk behind to wait for any other gents that may show up.
How long ago was it that the Xanathar guild left with Floon?
Just over an hour?
So right before we got here.
Well, like right when we got here.
Okay.
They were kind of stacking. Kind of gets kind of like this queasy gulp in his back of his throat. They were stacking the bodies just before you arrived.
Did when we were checking the bodies, did we check the stacked bodies?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 So if
some
they
of it-
thought Floon was you, why did they keep you around?
Because he's rich.
So
Or his
the
dad
gents,
might be rich.
no, the gents knew who he was. The gents
Oh,
stashed him
I
when the
see.
Xanathars showed up. They found Floon and took Floon.
Nice.
because they thought Floon was
Okay.
Raynar.
Got
Yeah.
it.
And even
Okay.
even if they really only wanted Floon, this guy's dad is potentially rich, so, ransom.
Yeah.
Oh, they definitely were looking for me. I think it was just the bad luck that Floon was with me at the time of the abduction.
Oh, so they were okay.
You know Volo?
No, of him, yes. Most
What do
people
you think
do, I
of him?
believe. Quite the academic, from what I've heard. Not much experience with him, but that I do have, he seems to be well liked and well regarded.
I think Rainier needs to come with us. We go upstairs. Then we'll go find Volo and talk to him and see what happens.
Well, unless anybody else knows anything about the Xanathar crime guild, I don't have any. Well, I don't have any leads.
Or we could talk to Bonnie. Bonnie's still out there too.
Uh,
Yeah, but if they've taken to the sewers, I mean,
yeah, they could be anywhere.
we're gonna have a hard time finding them.
Yeah.
Bonnie may have some insights. I mean, she dabbles in the underground, I assume.
Who is Bonnie again?
The barmaid that gave us the mission. She was
Yeah.
the contact between Volo and.
She was definitely before you got here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She was right
Bonnie.
at the very beginning. Yeah.
Okay, Bonnie, barmaid. Okay.
Yep, she was like the mission giver.
Okay.
Volo hired us, but like Bonnie was the one who's like, here's a crew.
Okay. So we never actually met Volo. Oh.
No, we did.
No, we did.
We did.
We met both Bonnie and Volo.
Okay. Okay.
Before we go see Bonnie, though, I want to see where the closest sewer entrance is. See if there's like any sign of them anywhere, or where they might have gone, which direction.
You stepping outside for that, or are you guys heading upstairs first?
I think we'll head upstairs first just to see if there's anything up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say we might as well check out what's upstairs.
Yeah.
We want to
Yeah,
let Rainier out of his closet first.
Yes,
Yeah.
he'll come with you.
I assume we were taking him with us.
And in the closet.
He's out of the closet now. He's no longer trapped in the closet.
And dark vision.
Oh.
With Tom Cruise and Kanye.
Where
I'll
are
go
you?
this way.
There's a door.
Yeah, that's the door that we were. Do I see anything over here by these barrels that I went back over here?
No, it's more storage. This looks like a point where the gents probably, keep their stolen goods and do any kind of like fencing activities for all the stuff that they get.
Would this be where I met with the? Oh, I meant to ask. Do I recognize any of the bodies as like the guy?
Funny
guy
you
who-
should say that. You did. You do, in fact, recognize one of the bodies as your former loan shark.
Okay.
His book of business is just going to get picked up by somebody else.
No. I don't owe anybody any money anymore. That's how this works.
Is that how that works? Do I
That's
see
how Morgan
anything in
thinks
this
it works.
pile of papers?
So as you move into the room, you see what kind of looks to be an old office space or communal kind of planning place. Doesn't look like it gets a whole lot of use. There's kind of dusty and draped in cobwebs. There's a number of harmless-looking rats kind of skittering around. There's
Cat
just-
noticed those.
Yes, he
I was
did.
gonna say last one's like,
Kind of going through like the crates on the outside too. There's just all sorts of junk and like moth-eaten bolts of cloth and spoiled food goods and stuff like that.
jeez.
None of it appears to be valuable. However, in the kind of main central room here, as you move in, you do see a little more sign of activity. The dust in the floor has a number of increased kind of like foot traffic. You can see like just signs of just more activity than any of the other rooms here. And Rainier actually points out that this is the room that he and Floon were questioned in. And with Sitka's passive perception, she does notice that underneath the bookshelf in the corner, the glint of a shiny object.
You go.
Picking it up, she finds a locket. Kind of a seemingly nondescript but decently high quality craftsmanship. There's no like ornate outer design on it. It is just a very well made piece of jewelry. However, it has been split open, and you also find on the floor this little kind of flat disc of metal that looks like it was covering a hidden compartment in the back half of the locket. This little like disc of metal seems like it fits in place, covering up. If you imagine the convex kind of shape of both sides, that one of them was hollow.
There's nothing in there.
But there is nothing in there, no.
Does it have any other identifying markings on it, like initials, anything like that?
I mean, other than the fact that Rainier looks over your shoulder and says, "Hey, that's my locket."
What used to be in this?
He kind of, again, like I said, looks over your shoulder as you pick it up and kind of gingerly takes it from you, and he's got a very confused look on his face. I had no idea that was there. Picture of my father and my mother, and looking around, you can actually see the little like cut out pictures scattered across the debris in the floor. He goes, "I knew nothing of this compartment, though. I can't even begin to imagine what was inside of it."
You said your father gave this to you?
Yes, he did. It was one of the last things he gave me before I came back to Waterdeep.
Did he say anything about it when he gave it to you?
Just said it was a gift from me, and that hoped that I would take good care of it. know he and I don't necessarily get along the best, but I thought nothing of it. I thought it was just a gift from him, and it was nice, so I wore it.
Pick up the pictures, his parents, and give them back to him.
Thank you. I do appreciate it.
Okay, so this room here with all the, is this like that Zaxton and I are in right now? Is that like got papers all over the top of it or whatever? Or is that?
There's just various kind of scattered books and notes and ledgers and things like that kind of scattered across.
Okay. I want to go searching through the ledger, see if I can find a record of my debt.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I love it.
This guy's trying to cancel debt the old-fashioned way. He's trying to get rid of his student loans.
Yes, exactly what's happening.
This is a modern day tragedy.
So you kind of begin rifling through the papers. There's lots of kind of nondescript kind of receipts and kind of manifests of various properties, and just as you're about to give up, tucked into the back of one of the books, a loose sheaf of paper slides out as you toss the book back onto the desk, and you recognize your own handwriting.
I take it and shove it in my pocket.
Okay.
Do I see anything of interest on this desk in here?
You can perception or investigation, your choice. $17? Okay. On that one, you do see a kind of what appears to be a blueprint of the very building that you're in. However, in the northwest corner on the lower floor, you see a hand-drawn indication of a kind of a secondary room leading off the back of the closet that you found Rainier in.
I pick up the blueprint and bring it back out to show everybody. Looks like we might have another room to check.
Well, yes, we should before we leave. At least see if there's anything worthwhile in there.
Also gonna check some other rooms.
That is the front door that you
Oh,
would have seen from the main road level as you came around the driveway, but it is barred and bolted shut.
okay. Do I see anything of interest in here?
This room is markedly empty, aside from just various scraps of paper and kind of standard office implements. Another rat scurries between your legs out into the main room as you enter.
I'm gonna go check out that other room.
I'll follow her.
There's
I'll follow the only sensible person in the party, besides myself.
Did we check out everything up here?
Yeah, like I said, most of it was just kind of useless, like worthless junk.
Yeah. Okay.
Square Morgan.
Oh. Okay.
Is it
be back over here.
Okay.
And she went upstairs.
Oh, I went upstairs. Come here. I can't get back down the stairs.
Is it-
You need to
There we
move
go.
out and then
Got
back into it. Avoid that square right there.
Got it.
Actually, I will just turn it off for the time being. As you move around to where the space was indicated on the blueprint, you do see what appear to be some like odd gaps in the wall, some seams in the wall, and with a gentle push, the door into the secret chamber opens.
Boy.
As the door opens, you do hear the sound of it, like the faint sound of a bell ringing in the office rooms back upstairs above you.
You want to go check what that is?
Yeah, sure. I'll go up there alone. It's no big deal.
That might.
I turned it off, so
Okay.
um,
I go
Probably
up
just
there.
an alarm.
going up there to check, you do in fact find what appears to be an alarm that was triggered by the opening of this door.
It's just an alarm. Don't worry about it.
Smash it
Is it still going off, or did it
or
just go
turn
off?
it
No,
off.
it's already stopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We might want to hurry.
In the room, however, you find two wooden crates. The first one is marked with a symbol of the dock ward. It contains 4 wood-framed paintings wrapped in leather. Kind of looking at them real briefly, they appear to each depict 4 of the cities along the Sword Coast. Namely Luskan, Neverwinter, Silvery Moon, and Baldur's Gate. The frames are fairly ornate, and the paintings are of noticeable skill. Probably worth something to the right person. The second crate, which is marked High Road Caravan Services, contains 15 10-pound silver trade bars. They're all black from kind of corrosion, but that's not going to alter their worth whatsoever. So trade bars are kind of the globally recognized currency. So you can go from city to city. So like, yes, a gold dragon is a gold dragon, but it may not be recognized the same way in, say, Neverwinter as it is in Waterdeep. The trade bars do not change value. They have a static value across the Sword Coast.
How many of them were there?
There are 15 10-pound silver trade bars, so 150 pounds worth. And
Do we know what that would transfer into? Would that just be like 15?
so with you and your familiarity with the city, and you're working with one of the Blacksmiths Guild,
Yeah.
You are very much aware that each of these bars is worth about 50 gold.
Guys, we are definitely taking that. That could pay for like Morgan's college like twice.
Are we going to be able to carry it all?
Between the
I just kind of like
5
start
of you,
doing some
yeah.
squats in my armor, and I'm like, I got this.
Yeah, that's 750 gold right there.
Yeah.
I would say that
Well, we could divide between the 5 of us 3 bars each. That wouldn't be. That would be what, 30 pounds each.
yeah, 30 pounds each isn't bad. since you guys didn't want to do inventory weights. And this was not what I had in mind when I was thinking about it either.
I mean, I'm not going to be carrying a horse in my pocket, but
Right. It sounds fun, but then it's like just turns into bookkeeping.
Yeah.
If we could get somebody to build out the D&D module for this, like they did Pathfinder, it would be great because it does all the math for you. All right, so you're each taking 3 of the bars.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna add those to Zaxxon's real quick. You can add a custom item. Just call it a. You know what? I don't know if actually. Oops.
they weighed
Let me
10
see.
pounds each, right? Each, and there's
15, 10 pounds each. Yes.
Okay.
They'll have to be a custom item.
10
Just
pound. And they're worth, what was it? 50?
50 gold each. Yep.
Okay. I just named them Silver Trade Ball.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's exactly what I did too.
Alright.
They are 10 pounds. They are 50 gold, and we have 3.
Do we need to add like 3 of them, or
I mean, it would be good so that you could
Okay.
track how many you have, and it's
You can change the. If you're doing custom item, it does let you change the quantity on the.
Yeah. I was really tempted to put them in Zaxxon's component pouch.
just be like, find them later.
With its 2-pound capacity.
once you add them, you can change the quantity.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew I forgot something. The room where I told you there was nothing, you actually found that. Sitka.
Oh.
Are you able to
paper
click on that?
bird.
Yeah. Are you able to see the description, or do I need to?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. That
Go ahead.
actually and should be able to be added to your inventory directly.
Okay.
I put the 3 bars in my backpack and like doesn't like sit right. Doesn't like feel quite right. I go ahead and throw a bar over to Finn again and ask him to hold that one for me.
Yeah, I can get that for you. There we go.
I added the paper bird to your equipment or to your backpack, Sitka.
Oh, you did? I just did also.
So you have 2 of them now. No, I will delete one. I will see. Okay, one is deleted.
Paper bird.
Okay, I have to actually read the description.
I think it's pretty cool. I didn't even know it existed
That's
until I saw this.
Sweet.
It is like. I do like how it's immune. How they have to specify it's immune to psychic damage.
You never know when someone might try to vicious mockery your paper bird out of the sky.
Leave the paper bird alone.
Okay. So are we going back to find Bonnie now? Or are we
I
taking
believe
Are
Sitka
we
wanted
taking-
to.
Are we taking the paintings? Does anybody want the paintings?
I think we should.
Okay.
I'm worried that that the paintings are stolen, and that if we get caught with them,
I think it's a good assumption that everything in this house,
Everything
this building
in
is
this
stolen.
house is stolen.
yes, but silver bars are a lot less easier to identify where they came from than paintings.
Is there an artist name on the painting?
Nothing that you're familiar with. They are signed, but it's your normal kind of scratchy signature, kind of down in the corner of the painting. I mean, depending on how you guys want to do this, I mean, you could try to take them, return them for reward. They were like I said, in a crate marked with the dock ward, the logo of the dock ward. But totally up to you.
What do you guys think?
I mean,
It
I think
might
we
be
should take them. I'm all about taking the painting.
Okay.
Okay. You gonna carry them then, Lost Wind?
I'd say here, Finnegan.
Are you giving me your painting?
It's just gonna become your
If you
official
want to,
Again, it
tactile.
doesn't. It's not fitting right. It doesn't.
Just like your glove. It's not fitting right.
Need to go trade a silver bar for a
pack
donkey.
animal.
Yeah.
You want
Were you going?
If you
Oh, go
want
ahead.
the painting, you carry it.
It's fine.
They're not heavy. They're just awkward and unwieldy. Probably strap
just
them
like-
to your backpack. Probably strap them to
just
your
like-
backpacks with no
Wrap
problem.
them up, wrap them up in a blanket or something, so you can.
Well, I mean, they had leather wrappings around them.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So you keep them wrapped and strap them to your packs. You'd probably be okay. Just don't walk into a strong wind.
I wanted to look for the nearest sewer.
If you
before.
step outside, you can make me a survival check.
So you going out this? Oh, down here.
Yeah, it's the only open door that you guys have at the moment. It is. I don't know why you tried to shut the door. You kicked it off its hinges.
What?
I just realized that.
Yeah. Yeah, Finnegan kind of wrecked
Finnegan
that.
tried to shut the door, or one of you
Oh.
tried to shut the door when you dragged the body back inside, but it's
Oh,
been kicked off its hinges.
okay. What check?
Survival.
That was terrible. Not great.
Was anybody else proficient?
I am.
Yeah, Morgan,
I-
you can assist her. You can make a roll with an advantage. So roll again, Sitka.
Yeah, I'll give her a hand looking around.
Yeah, the second one will do it. As you walk out into the stockyard, you do see in the kind of mud and trampled environment as Zaxa moves out with his torch, fresh-looking tracks moving off away from this particular building, following the mud, not actually going back up onto the main cobbled road, but off into, staying kind of down on this lower level. And I would say about 2 blocks away, kind of along this back muddy alleyway, you do in fact find an entrance to the sewers where these tracks appear to have been leading.
Hmm.
Say it probably took you about probably took you about 20 minutes to track those down. But yeah, you find this kind of a sewer grate, which is normally padlocked, but the padlock is long missing. The hinges to the just imagine kind of like one of the grates that kind of like flips up off the ground. The padlock is missing, and the what would normally be rusty hinges actually move freely, as if this grate has been used regularly and recently.
Guessing they probably went down this way, but I'm hesitant to follow without any kind of health potions or anything like that.
We should try to sleep it off a little bit.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
Do we want to head back to the yawning portal?
Yeah,
that has my vote.
Okay. So we'll say you guys make your way back to the yawning portal then. We will put you over there. Where you find at the late hour that it is, a little after 1 a.m. at this point, the inn and tavern is surprisingly still active, and oops, that didn't work. Still kind of quite a bit of people actually in the tavern, especially considering the late hour. The Bonnie still behind the counter. Doesn't appear that Durnan is around anymore at this hour. He's probably retired for the evening. But Bonnie does see you as you kind of catch in, gets your attention, and kind of beckons you over to the bar. And Sofolo told me what was going on. Have you had any luck? And she kind of looks up and she sees Rainier standing there and is a little bit surprised to see him, knowing immediately who he is. But yeah, asks, if you've had any luck in finding Volo's friend.
Yes and no. We had a slight case of mistaken identity.
Rainier kind of gets this somewhat sheepish grin on his face, and then kind of immediately falls into kind of a sad, remorseful appearance afterwards. Well, it's late. Can I at least offer you a place to stay for the night?
Be a good idea. The rest of you are fine with it?
Yeah.
Rainier actually Rainier actually steps forward and says, I'll cover the cost of the rooms for the evening. I assume we'll take six single rooms. Kind of like looks at you guys for confirmation, and hands over the 12 gold for the night. Bonnie thanks him for the exchange, and as she begins to kind of escort you guys upstairs to the upper levels of the yawning portal. Please make sure that you do stop by for your breakfast. It's included in the cost of the stay tonight. Sees you off to your rooms. They're, decently appointed. The yawning portal is actually, despite its raucous and chaotic reputation, it is a very nice, a upper end establishment, especially considering its location in the castle ward, even if it is on the outskirts of the castle ward. The beds are comfortable. The rooms, while small, are plenty spacious enough for each of you. And we will go ahead and let you take your long rests.
Before we go to sleep, I cast alarm around my cast alarm around my room to wake me up if anybody besides my friends tries to enter.
Good. We will take our break there. I'm going to go feed the dogs and use the restroom, and then we will be back in 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
So does this just give you back all your health?
Yep. And
Yeah,
any
basically-
spells, if you
Yeah,
you
basically
don't have spells yet.
regenerates everything.
Yeah, I don't have any spells.
You can hit the long
But,
rest button on your character
yeah.
sheet, and it'll reset everything for you.
It also gives like half your hit dice back for when we get in higher levels, because your hit dice, you have as many as your level, and
Oh, I see.
so you can't just like endlessly roll hit dice on short rests.
So the way we did the
But
character creation,
Yeah.
Brittany, is that we did like a standardized hit point increase per level. Traditionally, you have your hit dice per class, and then each level you get another one, and you roll that, and that's how many hit points you get for leveling up. But we're taking the average, and you're just getting the average with each level rather than potentially rolling a 1 and only getting 1 extra hit point per level.
Average
So-
is the way to go.
Yes.
Yeah, because if I was like level 3 and had 11 hit points, I don't think I'd.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I will be right back.
Okay. I was trying to be all fancy. I had my computer hooked up to like a big TV, and I was like, oh, cool. I'll put Forge on the big TV, and then I'll do my character sheet. And literally, I went to roll my dice, and everything was like, nope, nope, nope. And I was like, oh god, I can't even like control, delete, and get out of anything. I had to hard shut off my computer, which hurt.
Times it never fails. There's always every couple of sessions somebody does shit just doesn't work.
Well, and it's hot in this house. I'm in Portland in my brother and sister-in-law's house, and you know, most people here they don't have ACs.
Yeah.
And it's been super hot this week. Yesterday was the worst. It was like 94. And even though I work in a warehouse where it gets hot, it's like, oh god, it's really warm in here. And today, for whatever reason, they have like a little portable AC in the
Yeah.
other room, but I didn't want to be in there because it's really dark. I was like, I want to sit on the couch or I want to sit in a chair, like, and I was like, I'll just be out in the living room. It'll be fine. It was not fine. It's definitely. Well, hi, kitty. Don't you see? No. You're just gonna lay right there. Hey. But I actually kind of like having my character sheet on my phone instead. Takes a little longer to come through, but
And you're like having another Zek in the party. You just like, doors ain't no thing. Just like, yeah, there's a door here. I'm gonna open it.
Well, I figured if there was anything lurking in any of them, it would only be like one thing, if anything. But
Oh yeah, we didn't even check for traps on those last
no,
couple of those.
I suspected there probably wouldn't be, except there definitely could have been a trap on that hidden room. I mean, there kind of was. Set off an alarm, so.
Yeah.
But
Never traps until there is.
yeah.
Really historically, Free hasn't been one to use a ton of traps.
I imagine it gets pretty tedious if like the party, if you start trapping doors and then the party stops every time they go somewhere. Check for traps,
Yeah.
check for traps, check for traps. During your last campaign, did you guys have any fights like that were that bad at the beginning of the campaign?
Yeah, I mean, first level's tough because you like, you don't
One
have.
hit and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, like one
Yeah.
crit and it's just about any character can go down.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're always touch and go. First level, I don't think we had anything quite that hairy. We were doing Lost Mine, and we were very cautious, and so like we didn't run into any like groups or anything. Like we would have been fine in that one if we wouldn't like. We all couldn't have already been at like third health when we kicked the door down. Like,
I was at full health. I just got hit like I only have 9 hit points. I just got hit really hard. I forget what I get hit with. Like it was like 10 or
It was enough.
12. Yeah.
that is the classic example of like first level player going down. Is it's always a wizard or a sorcerer because they have such small hit dice to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, I got a good constitution. It's tied for my highest stat with my intelligence score. I just don't. I'm just a wizard.
The first level is always a little touch and go. That's what I'm. Any games that I run from here on out, unless I'm playing with like brand new people, I'm not going to have my players start at first level.
Well, I'll get a lot more tanky at second level though because I'm what is it?
Abjuration.
Abjuration. Yeah, I can start doing words on myself and party members.
Yeah. Level 1's the most dangerous level.
Yeah.
It's where most.
Can't wait for level 2.
It's where I think I saw it once. Like they like did a survey or something, and then like yeah, it's most character deaths that take place at level 1.
It makes sense. Starting with virtually nothing.
Yeah. Those goblins that we faced in the Cloaks of Phandalin have taken out countless parties.
Yeah, that's the one scenario that probably has literally thousands of TPKs associated with it.
Yeah. So in the Cloaks of or in Lost Mines of Phandelver, the opening battle is you're on a wagon. There's like something in the road, like a dead horse.
Horses.
Or, yeah. And you get ambushed by like 4 to like 5 goblins, depending on like your party side.
Mhm.
and they're all like rogues, so they can hide on a bonus action.
Oh,
So like you start getting shot at with arrows, and like we got the couple of them down like right away, but like it's hard to like track down like them, like the if they can get hidden. It's really fucking hard to track them down. We had a really tough
Yeah.
time with it, like finishing off like the last like one or two.
Did anybody go down?
Uh, Simon, did Simon take a hit?
I don't know. I mean, I don't. They were asking about the first while you were going our first campaign. I don't remember us having. We had some close calls, but they weren't early like this.
No.
I don't think we had like we were pretty like careful at the beginning.
Yeah, like Karthak got beat up pretty bad in the mines, but he never went down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I keep forgetting he was part of the party.
Over probably 2/3 of it, 3/4.
I think it was only, I had just started watching you guys, and I think it was only like 2 sessions that he played, and then he was gone.
Yeah, he had a lot going on, and
Yeah.
then him and
I think Matt had as much to do with that as anything
no,
else.
he definitely did. Then him and Matt had that thing, and then that was it. But he was like missing.
Yeah. No, and he was constantly distracted. He didn't learn his character at all. He would show he was late every session. As soon as we would start playing, he would talk about, "Hey, wouldn't it be cool if we ended early?"
Yeah.
I will admit, it was really nice to start at 6 p.m. instead of 8 p.m.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, that's awesome. I'm not going to be exhausted by the time we're done.
Yeah.
At least get to enjoy that for one session anyway.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I gotta do something about.
your schedule.
Yeah, well, one of the people I work with just had to go on, like, take an emergency leave. And so normally I don't work Thursday nights. Well, now they want me to work Thursday nights. So I'm trying to work that out right now. I had to switch shifts with somebody this week.
Mm. I think the closest we really ever had was the church in Vallaki.
Yeah,
Church
probably.
was closed. When we fought the vampires in the coffin maker's shop, that was pretty rough. Which was also in Vallaki. It was like a fight before the church.
I remember that, but I don't remember that being as close, I guess.
Oh, we were definitely very close in the church, for sure. That was probably the closest we came to.
That was one of the worst ones for me because I like
I entered that.
the
fight.
intelligent move. The intelligent move for me was to hit Borgar when he was down.
Mm.
Like to not do that would have been me essentially metagaming. It was such a gut churn to do that. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, I think I entered that
It doesn't
fight with 2
doesn't
HP.
feel good. Because I've had it in my game happen once or twice where like as the DM you start like worrying about it. You're like, oh my god, what's going on here? Like,
Yeah.
That was another one where it was right after we had fought Strahd the first time, and I was like, we should short rest. And then everybody was like, yeah, let's go and we'll talk to Father Lucian. I was like, okay, we'll talk to Father Lucian, and then we'll short rest. And I remember thinking the entire walk over there, like, we should short rest. Or the other thing I was going to do is I was actually going to cast, like, my mass heal spell that takes, like, 10 minutes. And I was like, but the roleplay was, like, going on good, and I was like, I don't want to interrupt it.
mm-hmm. I did not expect there to be a fight in the church. Like, that was the last thing that I expected to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, you didn't take any damage, Paul, didn't you? And you have like, you probably have like the most hit points of any of us, right? Or...
Yep.
Most hit points, highest armor class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody saw the tank and was like, the tank is strong. I don't want to go after that guy.
Let's go after all the other ones.
Yeah.
They just saw all the arrows bounce off me the first 2 rounds, and they were like, fuck that guy.
Somehow, if we do get in another fight, I have a vision of Finnegan just standing over all dead bodies, not a scratch on them.
And then just slowly looting us. Like, we'll take those silver trade bars from you guys.
Party. Another party bites the dust. Finnegan, that's 3 this week already.
Find out you're actually just bad luck.
So I'll leave it up to you guys. I am willing to implement Pathfinder's medicine rules, where you have to beat a DC. You have to be proficient in medicine.
Okay.
And you can do
Strike one.
Essentially treat wounds. So it's right now it's Sitka and Finn. Treat wounds with a DC of 15. If you succeed, actually we'll make it a DC of 13 because the numbers aren't as high as they are in Pathfinder. DC of 13. If you succeed, it's a 1d8 healing. If you succeed by 10 or more, it's 2d8. And if you fail by 10 or more, it's 1d8 damage. Totally up to you guys.
You should just make it a hit die.
Or hit die. Yeah, hit die works too.
I'm down for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with
I
that.
guess.
I mean, it just gives you guys an extra opportunity for healing without having to rely on
murdering our parties.
Yeah, I mean, DC of 13, you would have to. I don't know if either of you guys could roll that low.
Yeah, I have a +5. I was just gonna bring that up. I have a +5, so on a 13, I couldn't fail.
We'll make it a 15 then,
Yeah.
because you guys, got a.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a +5, and she's got a +3, I believe. Yeah.
I was thinking before you explained it. I was thinking like, if I failed it, then I could possibly hurt them, but if I fail, and it just does nothing, then yeah, that's pretty reasonable. And then if I fail really badly, that's when I hurt them. That's
Yeah, but even you right now,
it's 1
with
or
your
2.
+5, No, you would never fail because it's a 15. It'd have to be by 10 or
Have it,
more. So.
just have it be a 1. If he rolls a 1 on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, if you roll a 1, okay, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll roll.
That sounds
5%
fair.
chance of killing somebody when you're trying to heal them is still. It'll happen eventually if I do it enough.
And
Oh, God.
Hopefully, we won't have to worry
honestly,
too much about this.
hopefully it won't come up that often, but if it does, it's a nice option.
Yeah.
We don't have. Well, Andy and Zach are the only ones that can really come. Well, Liz too. Uh,
What?
Compared to our previous party, we probably have less healing.
Yes, you do.
Well, yeah, because I'm not gonna pick up any healings unless I decide to multi-class. But even then, like, what would happen?
Zek and Baron were both relatively good at, like, especially in like a pinch healing stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you guys had healing, healing hands, and
Yeah.
uh,
I had prayer healing. And, yeah. So,
had healing word.
yeah. So we were for not having a cleric. The previous party was actually pretty good on healing. This party will be more Finnegan save me.
Hopefully
Not,
it won't
not
be
entirely, because
Yeah.
Sitka will could possibly pick up some healing later on.
Yeah.
that varies.
Yeah.
And then next level, I'll pick up with my subclass. I'll pick up an arcane word that I can put on myself or other people that will help a lot. Because that's just like it'll be 5 extra hit points. Basically, whenever I cast the right spell. So.
Yep. Well, yeah. That's for We'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll just
So
be
then,
different.
would I have to have anything special to do a medicine check?
No, you're proficient. That's what I'm going to call it. So.
Yeah, so you'll be good.
You just rub a little dirt on it, like spit on it, and rub a little
That'll-
dirt.
that'll
Oh.
be
we
nice.
could pick up healers
You-
kits.
Yeah, so you will need a healer's kit. So yeah,
That's
if you
what
have
I
a
was
healer,
needing, yeah.
say if you have a healer's kit and you're proficient,
Okay.
then you can do
Okay.
the treat wounds.
Okay. So
Okay.
I don't know if you guys want to
Healer's
do
kit.
shopping before you head out this morning. The healer's kits are 5 gold.
Might as well, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
time like the present.
So yeah, you can pick up a healer's kit, add that to your inventory, subtract the 5 gold. You want to pick up any potions or anything else?
Yeah. Would there be healing potions available?
Yes. I mean, in this city, absolutely.
Okay.
Essentially, I would say that you have access to pretty much everything in Chapter 5 pretty readily of the Player's Handbook,
Okay.
up to and including healing potions. So,
Where's the handbook?
Can I cash in some of this silver to like?
yeah, you can absolutely sell all the silver. If you guys want to pick someone who's the personal bank or the party bank, or if you want to just kind of keep it all individual.
I think for now we'll keep it individual.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Oh,
sell
wait.
Zaxxon's as well.
Okay. So we can just sell off
Just get-
all.
Value for them.
Those will be full value, yes.
Okay.
So 100,
Um,
150 gold.
yeah, it'd be 150 gold.
Can I get mine in Electrum?
Absolutely.
I gotta toss Lostwind his bar.
Thank you, sir. Couldn't
He almost
fight.
drops it because of his purple
Yeah.
glove.
And
It slides right off the sequins.
healing. I think after that, I could spell.
What about selling some old armor back?
The standard sales rules.
What is that? I don't really know.
Half the value.
Half the value.
Okay, so I went ahead and bought 2 potions of healing, and that would be and just be the price on the sheet, right? 50
Right.
gold each.
They're not 50 gold.
Then what was I looking at? Then?
You were looking at like the greater than.
What was I looking at?
The little baby potions are 50 gold. I think
Are they
that's what
50
listed
gold?
at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they are 50 gold. Sorry, they're
Yeah. Yeah.
4 gold in
what
Pathfinder. That's what I had in my head.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
funny because you make so much more gold in Pathfinder. It's like, okay, yeah, you guys, whatever. So yeah, 50 gold each.
Yeah.
My.
If
I got
you-
2 of them because after that fight,
Zaxxon's gonna buy 1. So he's gonna have a potion of healing as well. And then for the paintings, if you guys want, depends on how you want to do them.
No, we're not going to sell the paintings just yet. We're just going to stash those in our room at the Yawning Portal.
Okay, sounds good.
Of course he is.
Slide them shits under the bed.
Yeah, there you go.
watch we don't come back here tomorrow night. Somebody else gets the room, take some.
I would imagine you could probably leave them with Bonnie just fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You guys are probably good on arrows. I'm thinking ranger. I'm automatically thinking arrows, but I forget she's a melee ranger. I started to do your character, and I was like, "Oh, she's gonna pull out her." No, she's not. She's gonna move forward, and she's gonna hit things.
I'm gonna smack things.
Oh.
Arrow is, or the longbow is for desperate situations.
So how are we gonna like? Am I gonna have to like try and keep track of like spell components and stuff like that for like these
So
lower
you-
level?
So the only components you should have to worry about are the ones that have a numerical value indicated in the spell.
Okay.
So for you, you should have your focus or component pouch or whatever. Yeah,
I
your
got
focus, right?
I got a wand. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's essentially covers the cost of your components, unless
Okay.
they have that actual value listed in the spell description.
Okay. Yeah. None of
So, like
mine-
the one where it says a diamond worth 100 gold, you would have to
Yeah.
have the diamond.
Yeah. But none of this stuff. All this stuff is like a bit of fleece or.
Yeah, no, your wand covers that.
Okay. Show piece of copper. Right. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Everybody good with their shopping?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we'll say that you make your way back out, do your shopping. Like I said,
What was for breakfast?
food.
Oh.
The brain stops working at the worst times. Probably takes you no more than like 30 minutes to get your shopping done. Like I said, it is water deep, so everything's pretty readily available throughout the city. And then time to kind of travel through back to where you found that sewer entrance.
Before we get away from it, I wanted to before we left the inn, I wanted to look over that paper that had my name on it, and
Okay.
what does it have on it? Does it just have my name and like the amount I owe, or what's on
It's
there?
got it's got your name, the amount you owe. It has your thumbprint in blood at the bottom of it. And so, as far as you can tell, it is the only indication of your debt that
Mentioning
exists.
The interview process is
So
Okay.
that is yours to have and to hold.
Okay, is there anybody else's name on there?
No, just the original loan shark.
Oh, okay. Before we leave the inn, I toss it in the fire.
Okay.
Do you tell any of us about it?
No. I just. Yeah, just over breakfast, you see him looking at a piece of paper and then throwing it into the fire. Okay, that's all I wanted to do.
All right. It's real quick. These trade bars. Type Rainier to save my life.
Is he coming with us?
I mean, it's up to you guys. He paid for your rooms and stayed at the portal with you.
I mean, does he like have any other like bags of gold that he wants to give us for like rescuing him and shit?
Other
You
than
asked him that?
asking you to find Floon and feeling super guilty about it, he doesn't readily offer anything up.
Okay, I'm not gonna like extort him or anything like that.
Sure about that.
Maybe he'd be cool.
Cool. All right. Any other outstanding business?
No.
Thanks.
So you make your way back to Candle Lane, where you found the entrance to the sewers. As you enter, you are, as you would assume, accosted by the rather unpleasant smell of being in this sewer system. Fairly confident now that you know that Floon was kidnapped by the Xanathar Guild, who mistook him for Rainier Neverember, and probably taken somewhere to some sort of hideout in the sewers. They are dark, pitch black, no natural light. There is a putrid stream that flows along the tunnel. There's kind of like a ledge on either side, like a walking ledge on either side, and kind of leads off in two directions. Once you're in there, however, there is no indication of where to go. So you'll need to go ahead and give me a survival check to see if you can continue to track your quarry.
Yeah, I'll survivor. I got proficient in it. that?
Did
Oh.
anybody roll? Or
I mean, anybody can roll, yeah.
I'm
We
good.
got
I
a
want
9.
us. I want us to use those shitty rolls.
Okay. You know what? I'll keep it. I won't use my lucky on that one.
Only got a 9.
well,
So this is this is in the sewers, trying to figure out which way to go.
Correct.
Gonna get our asses
well, I think
lost
it's
down
this
here.
way. What do you guys think?
I point the opposite direction.
Oh god.
Hold on one second.
I
Let
think
me
it's
see what
over
these
here.
rolls were. So 17. Okay. Sure. 17 is good. How about give me a everybody who's proficient, give me a perception check as well.
I'm
I'm not.
Am I? Nope. Not precision.
Oh, come on.
Lostwind and Sitka.
Oh.
Rude as fuck.
Okay. Based on Finn's confidence, you begin kind of making your way down one of the pathways towards the further into the sewers. Eventually, you come to a second intersection. Again, this one leads off in 3 directions. The way you came, forward further on, and then down to the south. Go ahead and give me another survival check.
They know all of it.
Everybody open to this?
Everybody's open.
Okay.
And then those proficient can give me a perception check as well.
Hey, there's a good roll. Natural 20.
Doing great down here. Fantastic. Jeez.
Been pretty confident that he's going the right direction. Morgan kind of manages to kind of basically blow a couple snot rockets, get the smell out of his nose, shakes his head a little bit, and kind of recovers from the sensory onslaught of being in this absolutely vile and disgusting space. However, agrees with Finnegan, and you guys actually make your turn to the south towards this next intersection, or further in. Again, finding yourself at yet another intersection. Same deal. Survival check, and those proficient can give me perception. We are not in the city. Let me finish the audio here.
Let's go.
There we go. Dirty 20.
Okay, that's a little better.
See, why couldn't I have rolled this when I was fighting for my life?
Glad I wasn't rolling these when I was fighting for my life. I haven't been doing too good.
Oh.
Okay. That'll do. Finn and Morgan are once again in accord on which direction to go as you make your way to the north at the most recent intersection. It feels like a number of switchbacks kind of going back and forth within the sewers. However, it's hard to tell exactly where you are as you can consciously sense the increase and decrease in elevation as you're moving through these tunnels. Water obviously clearly flowing in one direction, pooling at these intersections, and then going off in other directions. As you make the turn north at this most recent intersection, Lost Wind actually notices really faintly, scratched on the wall in what appears to be yellow chalk, the same circular symbol that was tattooed on the palm of the hand of the one Xanathar guild member. And then a arrow pointing in the direction that both Finn and Morgan are saying that you need to travel next. And so you turn to the north and begin following the path through the sewers.
Boy.
Oh. Sneaky, sneaky. Should we try to be sneaky here?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, should we try to be sneaky?
Yeah, I was just about to suggest that.
Go ahead and roll stealth for those who would like to be sneaky.
One day I'll create a character that doesn't have disadvantage on
Good.
stealth.
That's better.
I'm proficient in stealth, and I just rolled a natural 1.
Ew. There's 12.
I think I'm going to use a lucky and roll again.
Okay.
There we go. That's better. 22.
Okay. Oops, I guess I should roll Zaxxon's.
I think we
Dirty
pretty
20.
clearly messed this one up.
So it is pitch fucking black in here. Zaxxon's got his torch up because I never turned it off. And I'm going to remove one of his torches real quick because that makes sense. As you guys make their way to this next intersection at the north end of the tunnel here, as Zaxxon pulls up the rear, his torch kind of illuminating the interior, the structure, so that he can see and Morgan can see. As Lostwind and Finnegan kind of come around into this larger opening space, there is a odd screeching sound that sounds somewhere between a rat and just anger, as this creature kind of floats down from the ceiling and stares Lostwind right in the face with its multiple eyes. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Yes!
Ah, cool.
Oh, baby, behold it.
Did real good.
Initiative is 0.
15. Update. Okay. What was a 2? Okay.
Yep, not right.
I don't like this thing. I ask it, are you sure you want to do this?
And it lurches towards you.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna take that as being aggressive. I'm gonna try to stab it, I guess.
Okay.
Was wrong.
That is a miss.
Of course it is. That will be my turn.
Okay, I'm gonna get behind Lost Wind here. Oh well, Finnegan. Sorry. I'm gonna call out, kill it with fire. And then crossbow it.
Crossbolted. Okay.
Did it go through?
It's working on it. 18 hits.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Nice.
8 damage. Okay.
And that will end my turn.
Alrighty. That brings us to the creature who going to use his eye raise. Three and number 2. Alrighty. Number 3 is going to go at Lost Wind, who is standing directly in front of him. I need a dexterity saving throw from Lost Wind. $17. Alrighty. This thing, one of its many tentacled eyes turns straight towards you. And as you see this happen, you kind of juke to the left a little bit as it launches this frost ray from its eyeball that just skirts over your shoulder and blasts the wall behind you. As it does that, the second eye turns towards oh my gosh, the phone is going ballistic all of a sudden. Turns towards Sitka, standing in the water, and I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Was that the... Oh, there it is.
It's going to be a saving throws in the top left box. Yeah.
Cool. That's
3.
That's good. That's great.
Alrighty. This kind
Awesome.
of sickly green ray blasts out from its eye and hits you square in the chest, and you are now frightened of the gazer. And that would be it is going to then use its bonus action to swing around
Leave me alone.
towards Finnegan, bringing us to Zaxxon, who will step up, target the creature, and we're at the long rest him. Good. Will then attempt to take Morgan's advice and kill it with fire. And misses as I watch that thing almost land on a 20. Okay, it's your turn. You can still attack this thing, but you cannot willingly move closer to it, and you have disadvantage on your attack roll.
How do I roll a disadvantage?
You can right. You should be able to, on the phone, long press it. If you're using your phone, you can long press it and it should pop up and give you the option.
I'm gonna shoot at it with my longbow.
You're
Or am I within striking range?
within striking range, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna strike at it. Awesome.
That doesn't work.
Again.
Yeah, you can try yours.
Ooh.
Also not a good one.
Damn.
Is this the fin?
Well, let's just start out with. I've got my blessing of the forge on my mace. Let's give it a swing. See what happens.
Okay.
22.
2 hits.
4 damage.
Damage. Alrighty. It's apparently wounded 3 times.
I was gonna say, you really rocked it. I'll go ahead and take my swipe at it. 18 hit.
Does.
For 11 piercing.
That's enough. As this thing falls to the ground and then floats unceremoniously off into the muck.
Delicious.
Alrighty.
Okay. Does
You
anybody
are-
recognize that thing? What that thing was?
Can I inspect it?
You sure can. Give me a survival check if you'd like to learn anything about it. But upon immediate inspection, you notice that its body looks somewhat similar to the this symbol of the Xanathar Guild that you keep seeing.
Well, I didn't do a very good job.
No. Very creative, kind of, simplistic
Well-
interpretation of its body.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and. Kung Fu was a. There we go. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Not,
yeah,
not
it's,
any better.
It's
Not
ugly and
any
it smelled bad.
I just
I
kind
don't
of
like it.
kick it down into the water.
All right, there's a little sickly splush as this kind of gross-looking splash of water emerges as it lands a little bit further down the tunnel from you. However, now that that's over, you do happen to see yet another one of the scrawled chalk symbols pointing down this tunnel, ever further into sewers.
Okay.
I'm gonna pause it real quick. Be right back.
So, like, was that like a mini beholder? Is what that was?
Kind of felt like it.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't actually know, but
From what little I know about beholders, it kind of sounded like kind of looked and acted like a small one.
Yes, you as Joe know that.
But Morgan does not. That's why I did the survivor check. I was trying to figure out if, like, Joe's knowledge matched Morgan's knowledge.
I've
All
actually
the way around.
messaged Jeffrey tonight and been like, "What do I know about this?" Because I know
I
lot
know
more
a
than
lot.
I might. I know more about this than I should, maybe.
But and I have the opposite problem. Like, should I know more about this? Because I don't know any of this.
I had a couple of instances where I, like, asked stuff out loud and then would act on that information Despite Jeffrey being like, yeah, you don't know about that.
Yep. Shit.
We're talking about Dan?
What?
Yeah, I mean, even Zek did it a few times.
Yeah.
Like,
He got better, though, yeah.
Yeah.
He got
Like-
the hint.
like, I was just telling them, like, while you were away, that, like, I've actually messaged you and been like, what do I know about this? Because
Yeah.
I, as me, know a lot of what's going on right now.
You guys can ask that question out loud at any point, too. So
Yeah.
that doesn't have to be
So
behind the gates kind of thing.
Well, I don't want to, like, ruin it for anybody, you know? Like, if they don't know
Right.
what's happening, like,
Mhm.
could be a fun reveal happening.
Yeah. Joe has a suspicion of what happened. Vogan has no idea. So, okay. So we gonna go left then?
Mhm.
Okay. Who's going?
I'm assuming. I don't know. It's like, yeah, we are.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
If that's
Yes.
what the thing said, yeah, let's do it.
All right. So yeah, you
Just
spent probably a good solid hour kind of traveling through these tunnels before coming to this intersection where this geyser was. You find a familiar chalk symbol on the wall pointing towards the western tunnel, and dispatched the grapefruit-sized creature. But continuing on down the tunnel, you may go.
Boy, we're a long tunnel, you guys.
We still saw tracks going this way. Even I know we saw like the arrow, but we did see the tracks heading this way too, right?
You're fairly confident at this point that the symbol is guiding your way. So,
Well,
I'm a little worried it's a false flag, but where they like put the arrow one way, but everybody in the
Everybody goes the other way.
everyone knows that it's always the opposite of the arrow or something like that.
I think we might be coming up to an opening.
Okay.
But
Yeah, let's get the opening.
are we still being stealthy?
at this point, yeah, you might want to roll again. I'll let you guys roll again.
Can't do any worse.
yeah. We just got into a
Ooh,
fight. That
okay.
wasn't very stealthy.
No, it was not.
Yeah.
Yeah, two of you did not do very, very well on that.
Didn't do much.
Here, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let that one go. I'll take the bad.
Oh
goal
my gosh, I
for
went
that
way
one.
further than I thought I would. Cool, there we go. All right, so we got
Everyone way up there. Okay.
15, 18, 22, okay. And a 6. Sweet.
I'll get
Excuse
back
me.
to the party.
As you move from east to west, you kind of trudging. There are no more kind of ledges to walk on at this point, and you're trudging through this ankle deep like sewage and just absolute nastiness. The main sewer tunnel, though, expands into a circular hub with a pair of arrow slits carved into the outer walls, directly across from each other, across the open area. There's two passages that continue to the north and south, and then a stone door is set into the back wall of a stone ledge to the west that you can see as you make your way in.
Is there any way to check if there's any sort of trap if we step forward into this?
You can make a perception check for sir.
Don't fail me.
You definitely don't see any sort of traps or anything that would indicate traps. However, you do hear soft snoring coming from both of the arrow slits on either side of the tunnel here.
Can I quietly go peek through one of them?
You sure can. You step forward slowly, peeking through the slit, and you see a small goblinoid creature just passed out on the floor, a short bow and a quiver of arrows laying close by. But otherwise, he is very, very much asleep.
Means we have company.
Can we we try to sneak? I'm tempted to just like go fuck with these goblins. Like,
How can we get in there though? That seems to be.
So there's the door here.
Okay, there's that door, but.
As you approach the ledge, Sitka, you see the main stone door here, but you also notice right about here there appears to be another set of seams in the wall.
Check these out.
there's a door finder.
I kind of gently push at it to see if it moves at all.
You feel kind of there's a slight kind of like rustling sound, and as you push, the panel in the wall, stone panel in this wall, slides open.
I think this might lead to our goblin friend.
Kind of want to mess with the goblin. I kind of want to yell at him for sleeping on the job.
Well, we don't want to raise alarm and bring the entire everything down on us.
Well, I'm hoping that like him and his buddy will be so embarrassed they've been caught, and maybe they'll just like let us go because like kind of bluff our way past these fools.
Or we could just walk past the two people sleeping.
It's true. I don't know if I want to fuck with them if we don't have to.
Oh.
Well, it also could be the way to the hideout of the Xanathar.
I think
The only problem is like eventually we're going to be we might be making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And then
That's a problem.
Yeah, then they become a problem.
Okay. You won me over.
Let's
go mess
gonna
with the
burn
goblins.
these guys in their sleep?
We could tie them up.
Is that what we're proposing?
We could tie them up. They're sleeping.
Yeah.
If two of you get the other one, then
You know what we should have done when we were out on our shopping trip? Y'all should have bought masks.
Oh yeah, we forgot to buy. We
forgot to buy masks.
Yes, we did.
So Zaxxon still has his torch lit. You guys tell me if you want that to ever change. He won't be. He and Morgan will not be able to see though.
Yeah. That's a
Um,
I
problem.
don't think anybody's got a hooded lantern or anything like that.
No.
No.
Actually, let me double check. Make sure he doesn't have something like that.
I thought about buying something like that, but then I was
Nope, just torches.
like, oh, okay.
To you guys.
What do we want to do? Do we want to kill them? Try and kill them? Do we want to tie them up and gag them?
I'm gonna say killing them while they're sleeping is a little distasteful to Lost One. He's not. I don't feel like he's that underhanded that he would
Yeah.
Not
murder
Sitka.
someone in their
Sitka
sleep.
doesn't particularly feel good about that either.
No, does Morgan. Morgan's not the murder people in their sleep kind of person.
So do we want to tie and gag?
Yeah, well, we should try and find an entrance to the other one
Yeah.
and try and do it at the same time so
Yeah.
that we don't accidentally, if we do
Yep.
accidentally wake them up. So
So
I would.
I'm
So we
nice
have.
and quiet. Who else is?
Well, I'm good at being quiet too, but Zaxxon would need to come with us so I can see what's going on.
I'm pretty.
I'd say your best bets right now are going to be Lost Wind and Sitka.
Okay, so we need to find a way to get into that other one.
Morgan makes a good point that he and Zaxxon would have to bring the torch with them. So
Yeah.
I
we
wanna
kind of have
check-
to stay together while we're down here. Otherwise, we don't see anything.
I want to check the wall about the same distance down the other hall as where we found one.
okay. Yeah, moving down the hall here, you don't see another door. You do see a junction point where the kind of stone tunnel moves off into more of a like rusty steel tunnel on either side. But there are grates blocking the passages east and west here.
What is
As
it?
far as
Well, there is a door right here by us. That could.
There's also a hallway right here that I'm going to peek around.
Okay.
See if I see anything.
So yeah, you peek down the hallway there, and you see a narrow passageway that leads to what appears to be a cellar of some sort. You can see a set of stairs that climbs upwards to a floor above. The wall here is actually carved out from the cellar into the sewers itself. Inside, there's crates and boxes and barrels. It looks like kind of standard storage type fare, but otherwise looks empty.
I peek around and see if I see a possible door or anything like I found over here.
The only thing that you see currently is the stairs leading up to an above ground floor. This does look like it is a cellar that was dug out of into the sewers. So
Worried this door might be our best bet.
Right, let's when I pick it, let's see what. Yeah, let's see. Should we like
Yeah,
split
just
up our doors here?
Yeah.
2 has the ability to
And
pick
you?
locks.
Are they locked?
I
They
guess
don't appear to
we'll
be.
find out. Okay. You
Do
guys.
you want to check yours first? And
Yeah, I'll
Sick
try to
and I
open
will
this
take
one.
this one. You guys take the other one.
see, you and me. Fool.
Okay.
I ready my rope.
Okay, I followed Lost Wind. I'm I'm right behind them. Zaxxon can take up the wheel.
Okay.
Behind
You
them.
guys,
Oh. I keep
Goodness,
hitting the door when I
goodness.
try and move my character.
I got you.
There we go. Okay, I finally got it.
You guys both move into a tunnel, another hallway, narrow hallway, capped with a door on either end. This is both sets of the party.
Let's open the
Gotcha.
second door.
Second door.
Wait.
Alrighty, moving through.
I ready my rope.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it right here for just a second. Lost Wind, Morgan, and Zaxxon find themselves kind of in this next portion of the narrow hallway. To the south, they have what appears to be a kind of a messy room full of like rusty-looking weapons and threadbare clothing, kind of scattered across the floor for the most part. There's some old kind of beat-up armor racks, armor and weapon racks in there. And it looks like it's kind of like a coat room and armory type thing, but everything has been just kind of discarded haphazardly, and there's nothing of real value apparent in the room. To the north, the narrow hallway stretches out to a stairwell, a kind of a small set of stairs that leads further down along the tunnels. But then the right side of the passageway seems to open up into a chamber. For Sitka and Finnegan, they find themselves opening the door into a kind of a large chamber to the southeast. Another closed door to the north. The large chamber to the southeast is what appears to be an otherwise empty room with a stone pillar carved with a series of small symbols, a number of perfect circles with 10 equidistant spokes radiating outward from the circumference. So the same kind of Xanathar symbol that you've seen previously. In the middle of the circle is a smaller circle indentation that bears a passing resemblance to a lidless eye. And then to the north, the west, and the east are a number of additional doors leading to who knows where.
Well, let's hope nobody else is in those doors. This could get ugly quick.
Quietly. This door, if I can quietly open it.
I have. Yeah, I don't have rope. Do you have rope, Lost Wind?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you not have rope?
I don't know.
Nobody gets them.
Yeah.
So you
Take,
move
like,
into...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna
I
say
forget
what
there's
pack
some packs that don't have rope actually.
I forget
Yeah.
what pack I put, but it doesn't have like.
The Scholar's Pack, probably.
Yeah, it has like ink and parchment
Yeah.
and a knife and a book. It fits my character. He's completely unprepared for everything.
It does. It's perfect.
Sitka and Finnegan find themselves moving into what appears to be a small watch post. There's a table and chairs kind of set up, some sundry supplies scattered around, a bucket that appears to not be used for water, and a sleeping goblin laying on the floor near the arrow slit. As Lost Wind moves forward, he sees a similar setup, a kind of an apparent watch post here with the other goblin lying sleeping on the floor.
So I would like close the distance as quickly as I could and try to like grab its mouth and like I like wrap the rope around it as much as I could, I guess.
I'm gonna try and follow around and try and.
I do the same.
Same,
That's
okay.
right.
I
I
want
closed the door behind
dexterity.
us.
Sure. I want a dexterity check from both of you, please.
I would be like right behind him, ready to jump in if I saw he like that he woke up and needed help.
All right.
Great.
13. Okay, that's enough for both of you. You are both able to run up and catch these two creatures off guard, quickly binding and restraining them, leaving them gagged and bound on the floor.
I take any. I search him. I want to search him for any like hidden knives or anything, just to make sure he doesn't have anything
Sure.
to get
Give
himself loose
me
with.
just half a second here. Okay. On your goblin, you find stashed next to him 4 arrows, kind of laying scattered around him. A set of broken leather armor. It's small-sized, or for a small-sized creature. Relatively unusable, and then a broken scimitar also kind of in the box where the arrows are lying. You are welcome to scavenge those 4 arrows if you
I
would
was
like.
just gonna say I'm gonna take those arrows. So there were 4.
Does my goblin have a sweet box of junk too?
Yours also has 4 arrows, and a broken shield propped up against the wall next to him.
I'm also gonna move the broken scimitar way.
Okay.
Probably gonna take it out of the room with me.
Okay.
So we can't have it.
Okay. I'm gonna cast cantrip and message Sitka that cast cantrip and message Sitka that
You mean message?
yeah, I keep saying the wrong word.
You cast a cantrip called Message.
Yeah, there we go. To Sitka and say we got our goblin, and
Okay,
she can reply through that. You can wish for a reply.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that slide. I'm assuming you guys can probably see each other through the opposing arrow slits here. All right, but yeah. So yeah, you are aware. Well, no, actually, you can cast through solid objects if you know where the target roughly is. So, yeah, yeah. So Lisla receives the message that you have successfully bound and restrained your goblin. And Lisla?
Who?
Sitka. So
We've got
sorry,
ours, too.
your cursor is right above it, and I'm reading your cursor.
Sorry. So am I able to reply to him?
Yeah, you can pass back that you guys.
Oh, yep, we got ours too.
Okay, yeah, it's like when I can point my finger towards a creature within range and wish for a message. The target can hear, and we can wish a reply back that only I can hear.
Yeah. So curiosity, which way do these doors open?
As far as
am I able to drag a chair out behind me and push it up against the door so we can't get out?
Yes, this one actually, as you're leaving this room, would push out, so you would be able to block the door from the other side.
Sweet, I want to do that.
Okay.
I might as well grab my goblin and drag him over there and log him in that room too.
Okay, so both goblins
together?
are now. They're both stashed in here.
I mean, we can't. Our room's not really set up to be locked like that.
All right, so both are bound and gagged. We will assume that Did you guys block the door behind you?
We had a staircase going up on our side.
Yeah, there's a staircase on our side. I don't know what you guys have going on your end.
I
Lots of
blocked
doors.
myself
I
from
locked
the
you.
door. Sorry.
Oh,
So we'd all be over here because we're knocking the goblin in here somewhere, right? Yeah.
so how much of our rope did we use? Did we have to use all of it, or
I would say you probably used about 10 feet each,
okay?
just to kind of like tie their hands off, tie their feet off, and then kind of bind them, hog tie them, if you will.
Okay. Really, any way to.
You can use the custom and then change the name.
Or
So
you can
where
just,
do we want
you
to
could-
go?
Yeah, so you can just leave in. You can just put it in the notes that you've got 40 feet or whatever. However you want to do that.
I'll just change it at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, if you just click it, it pops up on the panel on the right hand side, and you can start typing the name. It overrides whatever it was.
She's on her phone at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're good. So where do we want to go? You guys said you had stairs leading to yours.
Yeah, so you've got the empty chamber here with the pillar in the middle with the Xanathar symbols kind of etched around it, one of which has an indentation that looks like a lidless eye. Doors to the north and west, as well as a like heavy wooden double doors, like reinforced wooden doors to the east. Back on the other side was the entrance into the cellar space, and then up to the north, the stairs that led around a bend further into the sewer passages, or further into the I want to say sewer passages, but like the actual like constructed rooms, I guess. If that makes sense.
Did we see any of those symbols that we've been seeing when we were over on that other side?
None of them like chalk marked.
Okay.
However, the pillar here that's in the middle of this room is actually carved all around the perimeter of the pillar with those symbols. One of them has an indentation that looks like the lidless eye in the middle of it.
But not over in that other room with the other goblin that we were at. Me and
I mean, entering the central kind of like circular passageway, there was a on both sides of the wall were chalk marks of that symbol.
But none over in this area over here. Like
I mean, not specifically, no, but there aren't any technically specifically leading down this way either. Oh my god, please stop.
okay, I'm trying to. Yeah.
You have your template tool turned on.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Okay, so it's just
Basically, the indication would be that, like, as you entered that central chamber, where the arrow slits were, is that the safe assumption would be that you entered the domain of the Xanathar Guild.
okay.
So safe to assume that both directions is probably part of the hideout.
Can I doubt I'll be able to, but can I go up to the door and see if I can hear anything?
Sure, you can give me a perception check. With a 23. Okay. Yeah, you actually hear sounds like a pair of voices. They're one of them is kind of a deep, gravelly voice, and then the other one is kind of a raspy, almost hissing, menacing sounding voice. Both of them don't sound friendly, but they are kind of in a, I don't want to say heated discussion, but there's definitely some level of kind of passion in whatever words are being passed between them. You don't hear a whole lot. It's hard to make out through the reinforced doors, but you do hear kind of the basic identifying features of the voices, if that makes sense.
Is there any like keyhole or anything I can peek through?
No, these are just heavy reinforced, like steel reinforced wooden doors. So imagine like steel bands and rivets across the planks that are tightly held together, probably somewhat swollen from the general moisture and humidity of the sewers themselves. So there's no like gaps or real kind of like spaces to view through.
Well, do we go through the doors?
All of them all at once.
Everybody pick a door.
Seems like a bad idea.
Sounds like Zek is here in spirit.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep him alive. just trying to keep that energy.
It's just. Well,
I don't know if I want to go through there yet.
Let's try one of the other doors.
Yeah.
Listen.
I
listen
feel
at
feel
it.
like
Listen.
that door, the door to the east, is the most likely one to have like a long, like be like something big.
Yeah.
The other doors, since they kind of lead towards the halls that or the sewer that we were already at, would
Mhm.
likely be smaller. So they're probably the
Probably.
smart choices to open first.
they're probably storage rooms. If I were to guess,
Yeah.
based like
No other way to
Middle.
know without opening doors.
Can I
okay.
listen first?
Yes.
Zaxxon and his spirit just walks to the southern door here, the southwestern door, and
Yeah.
pops it open.
That
Inside, he finds a what appears to be sleeping quarters. It is essentially a straw mattress on the floor, just a pile of straw, and kind of a threadbare blanket and disgusting-looking pillow, and a set of manacles attached to the walls.
oh
It's terrifying.
okay.
Bodes well.
Well, I don't know if that's good news or bad news because I
Hey,
think
we
just
don't-
found we just found a prison, but we didn't find
anybody in it.
Yeah, Flume. So
I mean, you think it's a prison, but these are the Xanathar Guild. We don't kink shame.
Yeah, maybe they're.
Don't yuck anybody's yuck, okay? I want to listen at the store as well.
Listening to the door?
Yeah.
Silence.
I'm gonna carefully open it.
You also find a very similar setup: a pile of straw, disgusting bed linens, and a set of manacles attached to the floor.
Hey, Last Wind, how's your nose? Smell anything other than filth?
I don't think so. Can we maybe put the goblins in their own little cells?
Yeah,
You absolutely can.
sounds like a good idea.
And like chain them up to the wall and stuff. Whole
Yeah, we
deal.
can chain them to the manacles. Assuming closing and barring the doors.
Yeah.
yeah.
Even though if anybody comes out to look, that might be a little sus. Okay. Do we want to
Well,
go check out over here?
You said in this central pillar there was like one of the like carvings or whatever had like a weird eye or something.
Yeah, so the majority of this, like, it's kind of a octagonal shaped pillar. On each of the 8 faces is the same symbol of the circle with the radiating spokes. However, on the south-facing side, it has an indentation in the middle of the circle that almost appears like a lidless eye.
Can I check to see if there's like a button or something there? Like,
Yeah. Give me a perception check. So it's not a
Nice.
button. It does look like it is. The indentation appears to be a socket for something, some sort of object or another. What the object is, you don't know, but you kind of get the sensation that if you were to place the appropriate object in this socket, something would happen with this pillar.
Is there anything we've seen so far that looks like it would fit in there?
No.
okay, then through the big doors.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
I want to go check out the center.
I'll follow.
I don't have any light, so you're following me into the darkness.
Zaxxon's got one.
Okay. Well, I guess there's some light in here.
you guys need to find some night vision goggles before.
Yeah.
As Lisla makes the turn into the back corner of the cellar space, there is a loud screech and a scrabbling sound as what appears to be a giant rat that leaps out from behind the barrels. Go ahead and roll me initiative. Accents rolls. Five. Probably our highest dexterity is rolling really low. Alrighty. Yes, so this humanoid-looking rat creature jumps out into the opening and immediately rushes towards Sitka as he sees her. Best you can tell, This is a male rat. It's got slightly sharper features than any rats you may have seen. It rushes forward and as it leaps forward towards you, you see it kind of lunging aggressively. First strike it makes against you is with its short sword, which is even shorter than normal, quite suitably sized to this thing. It hits you for
Reepicheep?
hits you for 3 piercing damage with its short sword.
Rude.
And then moves to actually attempt to bite you at the same time. Hits you for 3 piercing damage, and I need a con save from you, Sitka.
Great.
Okay. Good to know. Alrighty, that is the rat's turn. Brings us to Saxon, who doesn't so much rush into the room, but moves in at least far enough to see what's going on. Sees the creature and is going to radius. Let's see. 5, 10, 20. We'll actually push him up here, up onto the pillars. He is going to attempt to cast. We're going to see if this works. I think it should. Oh, you should have a first available spell slot. Thank you.
What sort of shenanigans is Zaxxon getting up to now?
Hopefully some
nope.
good ones.
He's not going to be able to do it. So disregard that, because he would put himself and Sitka to sleep as well.
I can't be put to sleep.
He can, though. So it wouldn't go
Still
over
wouldn't
very
be
well.
good.
But no, so he's going to...
It goes according to lowest hit points first, though.
Yep. So he's going to go ahead and it does, doesn't it? Let's see. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, we'll just firebolt away with an 11, which does not hit, unfortunately. So that brings us to Finnegan.
Okay. It's on paused. Ooh. 15 feet. Alright, it is Sacred Flame time. Dexterity saving throw. 13 DC.
Fails.
Okay. He takes 2 radiant damage.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
Okay. I'm gonna get out of the way there and just cast Ray of Frost. $11.
Does
Yeah.
not hit.
Okay. Then that's my turn. Fortunately.
Lost wind from up near the central rotunda hears the skirmish underway.
Sorry about that. Let me cut that corner. Puts me at 40. I use my feline agility to do it all over again. Right in this guy's face. Rapier time.
That hits.
For 8 piercing. Am I gonna teleport if I go up these stairs?
No.
Okay, then I'm gonna take 2 steps back from him.
Because opportunity.
He does not get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, you suck. Is that your feline?
No, it's my feet mobile.
Oh,
You gave it
If
to
I
him.
hit, if I land a hit, you don't get an attack of opportunity on me.
gee. Okay.
Gonna let me
Just watch as you walk away.
run around and do some shenanigans.
Okay. I'm close enough to smack him with my swords, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're in an adjacent square. 16 hits. Are you doing favored foe or no?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So
There we go. Gonna be the big ranger dishing the damage.
make sure you mark off one use of your favored foe. It's 11 damage. All right. Are you using the bonus action as well?
Yes.
Okay. The bonus attack misses.
Yep.
Good. Alrighty. Yeah, makes sense to just keep going after Sitka here. He will attempt to bite you. Don't worry about the con save, but he does 4 piercing damage.
Ouch.
Hits you with the short sword, which he misses with.
That's good.
All right, bringing me back to Zaxxon, who is going to. Yep. We're going to. Let's see. Yep, just firebolt away. 17, that hits for almost max damage. It's a nice hit. You smell the unpleasant smell of burning rat fur as this thing is singed and smoking, and clearly worse for the wearer. As we come to Finnegan.
I'm gonna move up right into its face. And I'm gonna use my mace on it.
Okay.
Probably not.
Nope, that one misses.
That is my turn then.
I'm just gonna try and way across it again.
Okay.
Did it go through?
16 will hit.
And 4 damage.
And the creature goes down. The smell of smoking rat hair suddenly fades away as this kind of coating of like hoarfrost just trickles across its fur. Are you peeking up the stairs, or are you just...
I
I
mean,
am catching my breath.
yeah. Let's poke a head up the stairs and see what's up the stairs.
Okay. As you kind of open the wood door, kind of standard looking cellar door at the top of the stairs, you poke your head through and kind of quietly look through the crack, and you see a number of young adults kind of scurrying, and children kind of scurrying around. And you get the immediate sensation of smelling a combination of like baking spice and salt water. Gives you kind of an idea that you might be somewhere near the dock ward. But otherwise, the individuals that you see kind of scampering through the halls as you kind of crack the door open appear to be none the wiser that you were there.
I'll just close the door and be like, "There's a bunch of kids or something up there."
That's probably not great.
No.
We're not here to find kids, right?
No.
We're not here to find kids.
I need health.
Oh, let's see. Okay. Do we want to...
Let's do that experimental medicine
Oh
check.
god.
Oh, yes, let's do it!
So that'll take...
Do that.
The treat wounds takes 10 minutes.
Okay.
I do have a potion of healing that I could use.
Nah, I got you. Don't worry. You know, I'm
you
pretty
kill
practiced. Like, here's the thing. Like, when we work in a smith shop, like, you get nicks and burns and cuts all the time. I've done this 1,000 times. Just let me patch you up. I got you.
I'm not burnt. I've been stabbed and bitten.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. It's pretty close to the same thing.
The extent of his his medicine check is him like eating up an iron rod and just like cauterizing the wound.
Right? It's just.
Cauterizing that finger he hammered off.
I don't know if
I have all
I
my
want-
fingers.
Do you have all your toes?
Maybe.
I did not lose any in
Maybe.
a wood splitter accident.
No, not at all.
Oh,
That's a joke just for Joe.
yeah.
I got you. Just trust me this once. We'll see if it
that
does.
might be all it takes.
Look, if it goes bad, I have other means.
Do you?
Yes.
Are you lying to me? Tell
No.
him he's lying to me.
He's a cleric.
Yeah. No. Don't. I am imbued with the divine power to heal and make stuff.
And you heal the dead.
And make stuff.
Because I think that would make you a necromancer.
A what now?
Oh how the tables have turned.
Look. You probably most likely won't die.
There's like a 95% chance you'll be 100% fine.
I don't know if I want to take that chance unless I'm in dire straits. I have a health potion.
Yeah, but this is so much cheaper than a health potion.
True.
And technically heals better.
Oh god. Fine.
Come on, yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
I'm so scared.
Go ahead and roll the medicine check.
And again, I would let you experiment on me if I was in that position.
Let's see how this goes.
Alrighty. That is a success. Go ahead and roll me a 1d10, Sitka.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Hit points.
Oh,
You can attempt it on yourself as well.
I
What's that?
don't know if I want to take that chance at the moment.
believe in yourself.
Actually, no, you can't. I lied.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
Because if we're using the Pathfinder rules, you're immune to treat wounds for an hour. So,
Ah.
I look at Sitka's wounds and I kind of bandage them up and like use whatever I can from the healing kit. We're like, see, that's better.
She just kind of groans.
it's better and it doesn't taste bad. I always imagine a healing potion tastes like dissolved Motrin.
Cool.
I always imagine that they're spicy.
Spice.
I see.
I always imagine them tasting like one of those really gross, like kale smoothies.
Oh.
Yeah. Finnegan takes 10 minutes, manages to kind of bandage up your wounds. The most aggressive one of which was probably the bite wound. You look down and you kind of see the blood streaming off of your shoulder where he got you, and I imagine kind of a Carrie Elwes and after fighting the ROUSS, just kind of torn up shoulder, and you just get a little queasy as you look at it. But otherwise, you get a little worse for the wear, but feeling better thanks to his gentle Smith's touch.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, look. I know, rough hands, but like, I know what I'm doing.
The similarities
better than
between
nothing.
fixing a person and fixing a sword are like striking, right?
Yeah, you just fold it, heat it up, fold it back into itself, and pound the shit out of it.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Basically. Alrighty.
Dip it
We
in
will-
water to quench it.
Yes.
Then dunk it in water.
Yep.
Oil.
I was gonna say oil gives you a better quench.
Alright. Well, we have one dead rat person, a couple goblins that are apparently into BDSM, and we will
They are now.
wrap up our exploration of this guild hideout next week.
All right.
Okay.